G'day guys, it's Brett here again with another video. We're back in round 14 here. This is back at Penshurst Park. We've done a few games here now. We've got bumping into a mate here, Sow. Got a couple of his lenses here, flexing his 1DXs as per normal. He's got the 300 on one of them and the 70-200 on his other 1DX. I think he's shooting with a 1DX and a 1DX Mark II. He shoots for the St George, so tonight we are shooting St George City FA against Sydney United 58. So this was actually a good clash. So it was a good night. There was no rain, great conditions. I do like Penshurst Park. It's got good lighting. Obviously, we still get our low lights. I mean, in this video, of course, it looks good again. The light looks great. But when you are shooting at night, it's a lot harder than it's a lot darker than what it looks through the video. So once again, my ISO is probably up around the 10k mark, and I'm probably shooting at 1,000th of a second, between that and 1/800th of a second. But yeah, so look, let's get through the video. Kickoff's just about to happen, and we'll walk through it and see how we go, and enjoy. Cheers, guys. My settings here for these shots are 4000 ISO at 2/50th of a second at 2.8. Could easily bump it up to 3.5 or even 4 to make sure you get all referees real sharp. Now, game's kicked off. I don't take too many photos here. It's just pretty much just to show you where I stand. Now, where I'm standing here, they've gone to my left on this corner. It's not really good to get shots there. They're going to be really dark because the shadow is going to be on this side of the player, so they tend to turn out quite dark. But where I'm standing here is really good for just inside the 18-yard box, like about there, up to about the halfway line, coming close to me. So sort of anywhere along here. Obviously, once it gets too far, it's pointless taking the photo, but for light, at night games, I like to stand here or just on the other side of the corner post, right on the inside, just before the 18-yard box line there. That way you can get some good players running towards you. Right here is just good for some action, like just on the edge of the box and heading up to about there. Add a bit of crop to it and you'll still get a decent shot. Yeah, so you tend to find, you can see the lights there in front of us in that video. Tend to stand somewhere near the lights as the players sort of run towards you, and you'll often get some quite good shots in that light. Like, I can still get away with shots here, and yeah, just inside that box you can still get away with some good shots. If they do take a shot and the keeper saves it, most of the time in post edit you can try and add as much light as it to the shot you can, but you don't want to go overboard, otherwise it starts to look just too grainy and not very good. So you do your best by using the light behind your back and sort of just shoot on that corner, but either 5 meters in from the post along the goal line or along the sideline is usually best. Well, that's how I find it anyway, and because most of these fields don't have lights in the centre along the halfway line, it's usually just the 4 lights each corner and that's it. Back to my action settings here. I'm back up to 10,000 ISO, 1,000th of a second at 2.8, and that'll go between 1,000th and 1/800th of a second. Alright, you'll notice now I'm on the opposite side of the field at the far end. So I'm now, like I said earlier, I'm 5 metres in from the corner post on the goal line. And now I'm getting some action shots of the players running directly at me or across the box, going in towards the goal. And this is probably the darker end for the goalkeeper, but I'll quickly drop my speed down for the goalkeeper shots to 1/800th of a second, and I can still just get what I need.
Yes, I'm on the 90D. I'm on 10,000 ISO at 1/800th of a second. Shooting 2.8. Sydney United just took a shot. Just went wide. I feel at this point a bit more action again with St George coming again now. Just holding possession. Second half, it's 0-0. We're at least 25 minutes in now, second half. St George just made some subs. I think Maki Petrados just came on, and almost within a minute of him being on, he's just missed the post, or said he set up another player. Handy, they come again. So I've changed it around a bit now. I left the second camera body back in the room. Well, I've put the, I'm just using the 7D Mark II now for this one. I think I'm on, same as before. It's a 10,000 ISO, the 1/800th of a second, 2.8. And I'll compare some of the photos from the first and second half with the 90D and the 7D. Here they go, St George are up in their box again. Let's have a look. Yeah, I feel like with the 7D, there's a little bit more grain in the shots, but we'll work that out in post when we get back there later. So I feel like with the changes St George have just made, because I think this whole second half it's kind of been Sydney United all up here in St George's half. St George has made some changes in the 68th minute, and now they're all back down in Sydney United's half, so who knows what will come of this. Alright, keep going.
Alright, it was time to move up the pitch here. I wanted to get myself some managers' photos. They were getting pretty vocal on the sideline. As soon as I moved up the field, it went all quiet, of course. But I managed to get a few shots. Found a little photographer along the way. And yeah, I'll put some photos up here again in a second. And like I did at the start with the referees, when I sort of get near the managers, I tend to quickly change a few settings. It all happens automatically, so changing from, 10,000 ISO and, 1,000th of a second, I quickly bump it, drop it down, maybe 6,400 ISO down to about 400th of a second or even slower. Just, it gets a lot of less grain when I'm going for the managers or coaches shots. Anyway, I'll just whack a couple up now. Well, that's the game. That's a wrap. Sydney United 58 defeated St George City at home 1-0. Came towards the end of the second half. Was a good game. It was hard to tell which way it was going to go at stages. St George had a lot of possession at one point, then 58 did, then moved around. That's football, I guess. You never know which end it's going to finish at. So I got the celebration, but of course they ran in the opposite direction. You know how it works. Anyway, I'll upload a few. I hope they've given you enough info on how I shoot, settings, position, angles with low light at night. So, I mean, a lot of the noise is going to be removed later with denoise in Lightroom and things like that. But you know, you still see the bit of grain even after the denoise has run its course. But I'm happy with how they turn out. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll get a new one up soon. Alrighty, enjoy.